Welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a video response to Pagan Perspective question this week. And quite obviously, I'm not going to read out the entire question, but if you want to see it, shoot over to Pagan Perspective. They are phenomenal group of people, and I watch them religiously. But anyways, I even subscribe to pretty much all of their individual channels as well. But this week's topic, one of the questions was um, concerned how do you raise your child with uh, both parents being of separate religions? The one person who wrote in, she said that her husband thinks it would be too confusing for a child to learn about two religions at the same time. This, and the reason why I'm doing this ER2 is because this is something that I've been struggling with, trying to figure out myself. And I've been reading a few books on it, and, I've said before how my fiance and I have decided to raise our daughter knowing both Christianity and Wicca, or even, paganism as a whole. And we also do want her to know about other religions as well. Nothing as in depth as what she would know about Christianity and Wicca. But what I have done is I instill the notions or concepts of both religions, the ones that are basically the same. I don't know, let me think. Treating people, how to treat people. Well, that's a concept that branches over Christianity and various other religions. Like you in Christianity, you have the golden rule, which is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Wicca, you have the Wiccan Read, and I know that other religions have similar phrasing. I can't think of it right now, but so those concepts like that, which are, to me, moral imperatives, is what I teach her now. So those are things that are common in both religions. The holidays, we have agreed to celebrate both sets of holidays. With the holidays, many of the traditions overlap, quite obviously because Christianity assimilated a lot of pagan practices. So that's kind of easy, I think. At that point, I think, it's more of a, well, what day do you celebrate it on? Because then you have the two different days for the holidays, like, for Yule and Christmas, or Easter and Ostara, so things like that. But I'll probably, I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I'll probably do them either on the Christian date or like in between. But I'm not sure. And the reason why I'm not too concerned about it this year is I myself, this year, I'm not doing formal observances of the holidays, of the pagan holidays. What I am doing is more of an informal type. So I may decorate my altar for that season. I may not. I didn't do one for, well, I don't think I'm going to do one rather for Lycia. Lissa. Did I do for Ostara? Yeah, I did. I did for Ostara, and I did for Imbolc. I did not for Beltane. I don't know if I will for Alyssa. There's a few factors that have to be considered first. So I don't know. But I do observe the sabbats. I do like a informal prayer or observance or whatever. I may just light candles and, you know, honor the deities and whatever. It's whatever I decide to do at that moment. Same as S-spots. I don't always do the S-spots. If I do, it's more of an informal kind of thing. Like this full moon, I sat outside for a while, or when I stood outside, because I couldn't see the moon from where we have the patio seating. So I stood outside just to look at the moon, and just nothing really like I'm looking at the moon, I'm thinking of the goddess. It was just to observe the moon, and the beauty of the moon is really all I did this S5. I'll have to cut that part out because my phone just beeped and it's saying it's dying. So I couldn't actually stop the video to turn it and look at it. Yeah, but I'm going to try to edit that part out. If not, then you'll be seeing a piece of the computer. Right now, my daughter she'll be 3 Sunday, so it's not a big thing yet because there are certain things that I don't know if she understands or not. I teach it to her anyway because apparently I think that she may be too young, but it turns out she's not to learn certain things. There's a lot of things I haven't taught her myself, but her daycare has. Quite obviously, they're used to it. They deal with kids all the time. But to me, I always think, oh, she's too young. I'll worry about that in the next year, whatever. And then she comes home and she's like, counting to 20 and all kinds of stuff. So we picked her up a couple of weeks ago, and she's on the computer at the daycare. So, I think that I'll teach it to her. Whether or not she picks it up, I don't know. But over the years, this is something that she'll know. So I think what's important is when we teach children 2 different religions, we start off with the similarities. That way I think it's easier for them to grasp and understand. And then we move into the differences. I think that's the only part. Can I want to add that? Well, I do have something to say, I guess, about the second question that they had. Let me think. I needed to get a charger to connect my phone because it got to the point where the battery was so low, it wouldn't go into the camera mode. So, and what's worse is I keep a charger at work, totally irrelevant to this whole video, by the way, but I keep a charger at work for my phone because we have so many phone chargers at home. Well, my coworker yesterday, he forgot his charger at home, and he doesn't know what he did with his. So he asked to borrow it yesterday, then he asked to take it home, which, it's fine. I know where he works. I know where he lives. We dropped him off yesterday, my fiance and I. But he didn't come into work today. So I don't have my phone charger. But the Kindle charger, while your phone charger can technically charge a Kindle, it's not advised. And if that Kindle battery goes dead, that phone charger will not charge that Kindle. So I also carry my Kindle charger. So me being tester, I figured let's plug it in, see what happens. So that's what I did. But the second question for the Pagan Perspective this week, I think, was a wife writing in about her husband, who is Catholic but not practicing, who does not, basically he does not support her path, she being pagan, and he basically, is of the mind that, but basically what we're taught as children growing up is, paganism is bad, you worship the devil, and all these other bad things. And so she wanted to know how could she explain it to her husband that this isn't a bad path or evil path. And I didn't get to watch all the videos for this week, but I did watch, I think it was Christowich, his video today, and he gave brilliant examples of what to say or how you can, basically explain your path to your mate, which is some of what he gave as examples of are things that I use to explain to my own family, who is Catholic, predominantly Catholic. My mother and my grandmother are Episcopalian, which I always call it Catholic light, because, they have their differences, like their clergy can marry and things like that. So I call it Catholic light, but pretty much, even the Mass is pretty much the same. There are very few differences aside from, at what age you can receive communion and confirmation and things like that. I think it's reversed. I don't remember, but yeah. Anyway, I like just to, I like to say, and he also gave some that I really didn't even think of as comparisons, but I think that's basically a good approach. Is if you want to get over to someone that what your faith is not bad or it's not evil or what their preconceived notion is to do a comparison. Show the similarities. Show that, we do have our differences in beliefs, but we do have similar beliefs as well. And some of those similarities are in their core concepts. Like, as I stated earlier, you have the golden rule and you have the Wiccan Rede. They are basically, in its essence, very similar. I think that is a great approach to go. He even named, he said, like, well, you know me, because this is her husband, you know me, so I wouldn't do anything that is evil or follow a path that was evil in its core, so knowing that, I should hope that you know that this path is not an evil path. And I think that's a very good, that's probably a good thing to throw in there because, well, I didn't, but my stepfather did when I explained to him what Wicca was, and he grew up Catholic. And for a while, his faith was shaken with the death of my sister, but he pretty much embraced back the Catholic faith, although he doesn't go to church. But he said to me, I know you, and I know you are a good person, and I know you would never do anything bad or evil. So I know that this path can't be what I was taught that it is. Again, I think for this part of the question, again, common ground is pretty much the way to go, or at least to start out. Show your similarities. Show that, you may think it's different, but it's not. Even, like, when I was younger, one of the things I believed was I did not have a problem with other religions because, to me, how I viewed it, they were all, in its essence, the same. Or, I don't even word it like that, but, like, here's an example. In Christianity, you have saints and angels. Well, in other religions, you have the god and goddess, or you have multiple gods and goddesses. And to me, these were the same beings. I saw them as a kid. I saw them as being the same beings. You pray to a particular saint for children or animals, or the police have a saint, a particular saint that they pray to, or feel protects them. You pray to a saint for your hearth and home, or things like that. Same thing with the different gods. You have a goddess for the hearth and home. You have goddesses and gods that look over children for different things. So to me, I always thought that these beings were the same, just called by different names. But to their core, you believe in them for the same reasons, and you look to them for the same reasons. So show those similarities, and I think that's a way of paving a bridge. Well, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and blessed be.